Oh, sorry. Didn't see you there. Been too busy playing Hyrule Warriors Legends on 3DS. What's that, Igor? Time for another top 10? But I'm so close to getting the Wind Waker map. Come on, man. Fine, I'll do another top 10. Roll the clip.
Ruto! This Zora princess can float around the battlefield with ease. She can drown enemies in water bubbles. She can also summon cyclones and ocean waves to launch at her foes. She's practically a master waterbender, actually. Also, she has some pretty nice costumes, like Lulu from Majora's Mask and Queen Rouletta from Twilight Princess. Sadly, I have yet to unlock these costumes. But either way, she's fun. She's really fun to play as. Tingle the Fairy? This 35-year-old creep uses a giant rupee wallet to beat his enemies to death with, though he also can use his golden statue of himself to crush any remaining opposition. But that's not all, he also even commits kamikazes to kill one guy. So not only is he a creep who loves balloons and fairies, but he's also a psychopath. So that's pretty neat. Darunia. This Goron leader is a nice touch since you haven't been able to play as a Goron since Majora's Mask. As a Goron, you roll around some volcanic rocks and beat people up with a giant hammer, so that's pretty cool. Impa. Impa uses a big sword and she's a ninja, so what else do I have to say? The sexual sorceress Sia. She is capable of using black magic with the ability to summon dark links to do her bidding, not to mention that sexual stomp of hers. She also sort of has a whip, so I guess that's a thing for those who are interested in such things. The swordsman Young Link. Young Link has the power of the fierce deity mask at his side. He can play as Ocarina to take power from his special attack meter and apply it to his magic meter, allowing him easy access to transform into the fierce deity. And who doesn't like transforming into a demon at will? The Princess Zelda. Zelda has an array of weapons to choose from her rapier to the Wind Waker to the Dominion Rod. Her rapier is fast and has some awesome combos. She can even summon a barrage of light arrows to fall upon her enemies. The Wind Waker is like Sheik's harp. Both use music to summon the elements that they can then use as attacks, which is a nice touch to have. Then last, the Dominion Rod can summon giant statues to beat against hordes of enemies. I personally like the Wind Waker out of the three. Oh, and Zelda also has some cool costumes like Hilda and Ilia, my waifu. the mysterious Sheik. Sheik is basically a high-level bard. She can do a variety of elemental attacks by playing Ocarina of Time songs on her harp, which is cool by itself. She can summon meteors after playing the Ordeal of Fire. My personal favorite attack is her Lightning Aura, which she plays the song Storms, and then a lightning barrier comes around her, and that allows her to plow through enemies. And not to mention, bards are my favorite class in Dungeons & Dragons. Linkle. This ditzy cuckoo caretaker uses 2 rapid-fire crossbows, similar to Van Helsing's crossbow. With it, she can mow down hordes of enemies in just a few seconds, and she can also launch bomb bolts, which are just as cool as bomb arrows. And in most recent DLC, she also has the Pegasus boots, which improve her kicking ability to the tenfold. So due to frequent DLC for Hyrule Warriors, there have been several characters that have been added, which some of them I find super fun to play as, but they weren't around when I wrote the script, so I'm just going to throw them in this honorable mention section. So, enjoy! So this isn't too surprising, but Link is at number 1, as it should be. So Link is the most fun character to play in Hyrule Warriors. All his combo attacks are fantastic when he does flips and switching stuff in the air. It's really cool. He also has the best designed sword in the game, the magical sword. And he also gets the spinner, which is probably one of my favorite weapons, and he also gets Epona to ride around, which is fantastic. I love Epona. So, yeah, that's my top 10 warriors. Enjoy.